live on TikTok. So, what's going on, people? Thanks for joining me again. This is Everything's Debatable, my show, and I am your host, Bosco. Um, and I know I mentioned that I was supposed to have some guest co-hosts on. Um, you know how that goes. Things come up. People have lives, and things get crazy sometimes. You know what I mean? So, and I want you to know I'm talking on, two cameras. So if you see me over here, I'm talking to this camera and over here, vice versa, and vice versa, as they say. That's not even a phrase, but uh, kind of sounded kind of sounded like one. Anyway, like I said, this is Everything's Debatable, the show where topics are endless. Talk about politics, social issues, cultural clashes, religion, conspiracy theories. That's one of my things. I'm a conspiracy theorist, as they say. Uh, and Also, make sure that you stick around, especially on this particular episode, because I'm going to give you some free game on monetization, how you can monetize across platforms by using something that I don't know if a lot of people are doing yet, so or into or whatever. So stick around for that because I'm going to get into that at the end of the show. Anyway, my first topic, because of course I start. If you're not familiar with how this goes, I usually start with something political, not just national, but worldwide, local, things like that. As a matter of fact, last week I wanted to talk about J.B. Pritzker's ending that squatter rights thing in Illinois, but the past is the past. We keep moving forward. This week, starting off, I wanted to talk about President Trump. Executive order to reinstate or reintroduce the physical requirements into schools, right? I don't know if you remember this. I remember growing up, um, when I was in high school, which is not that long ago, we had to do like, a certain amount of sit ups, push ups, pull ups, run a mile in a certain amount of time, all of these different things that we were required to do. And I think that it was pass or fail, like you either pass or you fail, and you can actually fail the class if you did not meet those requirements. And so I got some stuff on it here. So I'm going to read some of it if you don't mind. Uh, just bear with me here. And this is for running a mile in school. The presidential fitness test is coming back. That's the name of this particular article by Rachel Treisman, maybe Treisman, one or the other. For generations of U.S. school children, what that was weird. It was saying I got a Google alert that somebody was trying to get into my account. What's going on, people? So anyway, for generations of U.S. school children, phrases like shuttle run and sit and reach likely conjure vivid memories of what was once a staple of American physical education, the presidential fitness test. And thanks to a new executive order, it's slated to return to gymnasiums nationwide. On Thursday, President Trump signed an order reviving the test. Instead of standardized exercises that schools conducted to measure students' physical fitness for over half a century until 2013, when President Barack Obama phased it out in favor of a more holistic approach. It's not yet clear which exercise will be part of the test going forward or when it will launch. So pretty much, like I said, he's bringing these physical fitness tests back to school, and of course, people feel different ways about it. You have some people who feel that it's a great thing. And to be quite honest, I am one of those people. I'm one of those people that feel like it's a great thing because, for one, health is wealth. I think that we do need to focus more on being physically fit, right? Um, and it also boosts confidence. Now, the problem with it that some people are mentioning is the fact that it could lead to like shaming, bullying, um, I guess, in some ways that could affect the person emotionally. Um, and I understand that. I understand those sentiments. Uh, but and this is me being honest. I don't know if all. I think I heard it on an ad for some podcast before. Like we need to bring back. What was the word she used? Something bullying. Bring back. Where it's not necessarily bullying to demean or degrade. It's more like a constructive criticism, so to speak. Like um, because I think that it could serve as a motivation for people if people are doing that. So I understand the risk, but I think that the rewards of the physical requirements and physical fitness tests would outweigh those risks. And I think the people, and they were mentioning, even with this thing about President Obama, favor of a more holistic approach. I wonder, in essence, what does that even really mean? What is a holistic approach to physical fitness? I don't know. Anytime I hear this holistic thing, it just reminds me of those like wavy woke people, kind of, sort of. I guess I could say like you're trying to. I don't know. You're throwing a word on something and trying to make it something. Fluff it up so it appears to be something that it's not. But in actuality, it's just BS. You know what I mean? I don't understand how. But again, you're always welcome to come on the show, voice your opinion. I welcome you. Send a invite or send a request uh, to be added to the show, and I'll definitely add you to the show. Um, but anyway, let's see what else it has. Trump's order adds another layer of urgency, saying that Americans' physical well-being is in decline and it is a threat to the vitality and longevity of our country. I agree, especially on the eve of 2026, America's 250th birthday, and the year is set to host the World Cup. Rates of obesity, chronic disease, and inactivity, and poor nutrition are at crisis levels, particularly among our children. The order reads, these trends weaken our economy, military readiness, academic performance, and national morale. And I am in total agreement because when I look at like China, say, China, for instance, you don't see you don't see what you see in the United States. You don't see what you see in America. I think that if there was you know, some kind of war, if there was a war, I think we would be at a loss. I just don't think that we would be prepared physically. I don't even think that we're prepared mentally. I think that people have got too comfortable here, and they don't know what war is like. They have no idea. So they always think that the United States is just going to bomb people and then it's going to end everything. There are other ways that we can be threatened. Trust and believe that. But anyway, again, President Trump uh, signed this executive order to bring back physical fitness. If you want to come on, just send a request. I'll bring you on. But he's brought back this physical fitness test to schools. I think it's a great thing. It's awesome. I wouldn't care if the children have to somehow. I don't know. Maybe you can reduce the shaming of bullying if you just do the test. Uh, you know, individually. If you don't do it in front of the entire class, maybe you could avoid any of that. So that would fix that right there. And during the rest of the time, I mean, if during physical education class, you can just have them practicing to ramp up to be able to do those things. But I definitely think it will help. I think, like I said, it will help the kids' confidence. It will help them be more physically fit. I think it's something that you should focus on when you're younger, so that it becomes a habit. Because a lot of us aren't taught about physical fitness or trying to maintain physically fit body or be healthy or anything of that nature during our younger years. And so it doesn't have the same importance as we get older. And then we get older and we realize that our health is declining. And now it's time to try to reverse the effects of that inactivity and unhealthy lifestyle, right? And I mean, it's not too late, but by that time you have underlying issues. You have heart disease, high blood pressure, you're diabetic. Uh, all of those things are going on. So I think it's definitely something to bring back to the schools. So yeah, I agree with President Trump bringing this back. Anyway, I don't know if you heard this story. This is about KSoo, the rapper, out of Jacksonville, Florida, I guess. Caught a murder case, got a body, caught a body, as they say. He caught a body, and I guess his father uh, turned state's evidence. He actually testified against him in court, and so the question is, people. I think Boosie might have said something about it. They're gonna let you out. Then, well, let me say this. As far as the dad, right, testifying against his son, let me be honest with you. I don't really think these things out before I get on here. I just have the topics, and when I get on here, I kind of figure it out as I go. I don't know if you can tell. That's what's happening here. But anyway, man, I think that's a very tough decision to make. Whether you're going to testify against your son to get him, and I think he was convicted, and I think he's facing life in prison. I mean, man, man, that's I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could. Let me see if people want to join and maybe talk about this. KSoo and his father testifying against him in court. Okay, so let's look at it. So I guess what happened was KSoo went and did this um, drill, as they say. Uh, And well, I got some information here. So let me read that. Before I go any further, let me read some of the information. Rapper's father struck a plea deal with the state and admitted his son was the shooter. As I said, Robert KSoo was convicted of the murder of fellow hip hop artist Charles Little Buck McCormick in Jacksonville, Florida in 2020 with the help of testimony from KSoo's own father, who told the court that his son was the shooter. KSoo, whose real name is Hakeem Armani Robinson, was charged with first-degree murder, which carries an automatic life sentence for shooting McCormick as he was exiting a temp agency, according to First Coast News. Prosecutors said the killing was inspired by a drill rap by McCormick. McCormick released a diss track that mocked and joked about the shooting that killed KSoo's stepbrother, Willie Addison, and badly wounded KSoo's father, brother, and cousin. Right now, that brings in different dynamics to the entire thing. I didn't know that. So obviously, KSoo retaliates for his father, his brother, and his cousin. Right. I don't. I don't think that I don't think that the father. It's just tough. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know what you think about this. I think it's. I didn't do it, right? I wasn't responsible. I wasn't there. It's not like we plan to go do it together, because that's the difference. If we're involved in criminal activity together and then we get caught, and then I make the decision to, start snitching, telling on you or whatever, um, that to me is absolutely wrong. It's wrong because we were both involved. Uh, I mean, we're both involved, so we both got to take the weight. It's no way. But if I'm not involved, right? And keep in mind, I'm not. These are just my opinions, and I'm not giving you uh, what I would do personally. Let me say that I'm not saying what I would do personally. I could be. But what I'm saying is that I'm saying if I was a person in a situation, how I can understand how they make these particular decisions, right? That's all I'm saying. I can understand. So KSoo went and did this. He got caught. They're bringing me in, as if I'm an accessory to the crime because I came and picked you up after you did this. So now they're saying I'm an accessory to the crime. I didn't do it though. I might have even told you leave that alone. Leave that stuff alone, man. We got more to live for. Let's whatever. As a matter of fact, I might have made a transition to you know, get out of the lifestyle completely because from my understanding, his father was involved in the criminal activities too. But I don't know if it was necessarily the murders or the shootings, stuff like that. But he was involved, but maybe he was transitioning to leave it alone because as he said in court, he has younger kids now that he has to raise. And I'm sure that that was part of the decision. Hey, I got kids to raise, bro. Like I can't, go away and be doing this time uh, because you wanted to go and get some revenge and retaliate. Um, Even though, see, I don't know though because I feel like you kind of did it for me. You know what I mean? Like you actually went and retaliated. You almost took my life, but I did survive. I did survive. So maybe I'm saying leave it alone. I don't know. I think it sucks. I think it sucks. I think it's a tough position to be in. And I don't, and I tell people this a lot of time, right? I tell people this all the time. Uh, don't. It's easy to say what you will or what you will not do when you're not in the situation. It's easy to say that. Oh, I wouldn't do that, or I would have done this, and that's easy to say until you're actually in the situation. And there are so many variables uh, within this particular situation um, that you would have to be more in. I mean, you would have to know more information before you can, you know, say that what you would have, what you wouldn't have done. I think it's just a hard. I think it was a hard decision for him to make. Um, I think that I don't know if he will actually live to regret it. Right? I don't know. Um, And I know people are looking like, why aren't you looking up? Like I said, I'm talking over here to a camera and I'm talking to you guys, so just bear with me. And thanks for actually watching. Thank you for watching, people. Again, this is Everything is Debatable. This is my show, Everything is Debatable. Talk about everything, all type of topics. Right now, I'm talking about KSoo's father testifying against him. And like I said, I'm just going to end it there. I think it was just a hard decision for him to make. I think that he made the best decision for him at that time. I think that if he wasn't involved in the crime, then I think he shouldn't have to. At the end of the day, uh, be charged as an accessory to murder and potentially face life in prison for something that he wasn't involved in. It sucks. You know what I mean? To be in that position. I'm sure that he hated to be in the position, but um, I don't know if he was wrong. And that's just my personal opinion. I don't know. Like I said, make sure you leave a comment. You can always come on the show. Just send a request to join, and you can definitely come on here and talk your stuff. If you want to talk your stuff on here. Shannon Sharpe. So I guess Shannon Sharpe decided to settle out of court. He settled for $50 million. $50 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to settle. You know, a sexual was a sexual abuse case. Uh, I, I I I think that with Shannon Sharp, the entire thing was interesting because I mentioned it before on a show earlier in the year. How he was on there with Darnell. I forget the comedian. He was on there with Darnell. And he was saying like, well, I don't like younger women, whatever. And then come to find out that he's dealing with a 19-year-old woman, right? I found that that was interesting. And then she was on OnlyFans. He was sending her like gifts on OnlyFans. And so he knew what it was. But I will say this. I think that she was with it. Just like the girl, what was her name? Cassie. Cassie with Diddy. I think that she was with it. As far as whatever was going on, all the kinky stuff and everything, I think she was with it all. But I'll say this too. The fact that he did settle out of court for $50 million, right, says to me that there were there was evidence that could have came out that Shannon Sharpe didn't want the public to see, right? Because why else settle out of court for 50 million? Why not uh, go to trial? I mean, it's your word against her. Maybe he thought because if the case went on, would it actually have cost more than 50 million to fight the case? I would think not. Uh, It's possible, I guess, but yeah, I think that there was evidence there that he didn't want to come out to the public uh, for them to see, and so he settled for the 50 million. She got a payday. Said she was going to retire from OnlyFans. Uh, I doubt that lasts long. To be honest, I don't think a lot of people when they get money like that, I don't think they're even prepared to have that amount of money, and they don't know how to really manage it, um, go through it, blow it. Uh, People do that all the time, even with little, because you got to think some people get $10,000, $20,000 a year, and they don't actually progress with it. 20,000 now isn't a lot of money, but you can definitely make better money moves with it. You know what I mean? And people don't do that. So um, yeah. So that was that. I didn't really want to dwell on that too much. I just wanted to get that out there. Um, where was that? Oh, this is something interesting. And this is based, I think, on something in a group that we were talking about, a group chat. Demon possession, right? Is demon possession a real thing? Of course, some people argue, the people, that claim they're part of the scientific community. Well, we don't have the evidence, there's no empirical evidence to prove that demon possession is real. But uh, I remember I looked it up one time. Honest to God truth, I looked up demon possession one time. And what was interesting to me was that there was mention, I think, maybe of two names. Two names. One was Annalise Mikhail or whatever. That's the one, the exorcism of Emily Rose. And then there was one more name mentioned. I can't recall exactly which one it was. But then after that, right, all of the other people where there were claims of demon possession, they were all anonymous. They were all aliases. They weren't even using their real names, so you couldn't even locate these people or who they were to talk to them about their experience. Not only that, I found out that at a certain point in time, the Catholic Church actually created the division for exorcism. Exorcism. I'm not saying that exorcism. It was about 250 priests that they would send out to do these exorcisms, right? So you would think that there has to be some validity to it in order for this to happen. There was just a movie, I can't remember the name, uh, but it was about the case in Gary, Indiana. Black kid was supposed to be demon possessed, climbing up the walls, doing all type of stuff. This is documented stuff. But it is possible that I guess those things were exaggerated. That is possible. Um, but again, it's argued in churches, courtrooms. Is it just a phenomenon, 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 or is it just a misunderstood mental health crisis? So, like I said, there isn't any empirical evidence of it, but I do believe that it may be some. I believe in spirits, and it's interesting that people talk about the fact that they believe in the ancestors talking to them, People believe in like ghosts. You got ghost hunter and this is stuff over there, but they don't believe that these particular spirits exist. I do. I definitely believe that they exist. Um, like sometimes I watch. I don't know if you like me. I watch these murder mysteries, uh, bizarre murders, and mark of a serial killer and stuff like. It's very. Sometimes I just have to turn it off because it's like, man, it's unbelievable how evil some people can be, and I think that presence of evil would, in some ways, make you think that demon possession is real. I think I do. I do. I believe it's a real thing. But anyway, um, leave me your comments. Let me know what you think about that particular topic. Um, Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. On YouTube, it's Up Disco Media Group. That's Up UPDASCO Media Group. If I got to spell media group for you, MEDIAGROUP. Up Disco Media Group. That's on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook. Bosco Hoover, I think it's at Boss Hoove, BOSHOOV. And TikTok, follow me on TikTok. TikTok is Bosco.Malik, BOSCO.MALIK, Bosco.Malik. And lastly, and this is what I wanted to mention before I go. One of the things I wanted to mention before I go. Um, where's that? Where's that? Let me get to it here. Oh, now I actually typed this stuff out. I sent it to myself so I can kind of read it for you. But anyway, let me tell you, and this is what I was telling people to stick around for. Let me tell you a secret that I want. So I've been doing this content. Let me tell you. Let me give you some history behind this because even with this right now, I'm on TikTok, YouTube, and I'm on Facebook. And I may not get a lot of views, right? I may not get a lot of views. I'm fine with that. And other people will look at it and they'll be like, "Oh, well, he's doing it." Well, for a very long time, I have had the concept of, slow progress beats no progress. Uh, and also, you can make these small moves. I think I always tell people this saying that Confucius has. Confucius says, if you move an inch a day, by the time the enemy notices that you have been moving, you will be in his camp. So I am actually fine with moving that inch a day. And you just slow progress because I started off on Facebook. I think it was 2022, and I had this vision. I wanted to monetize Facebook, so I found out what I had to do and said I had to get like 5,000 followers or whatever. So I don't even know how that happened. To be honest with you, I started getting all of these weird requests from people to be my friend or whatever. And I just accepted them. Right, I would just accept every person that you request to be my friend. I would just accept it. And what happened was, I would accept them, and then when I accepted them, I would get like 500 other requests. Right, and I was like, well, this is kind of crazy, but I would accept them too. And eventually, I got to 5,000. Then it opened up where I was able to get stars, and I'm sure some of you are familiar with this. I was able to get stars and subscriptions. I think it was stars and subscriptions, so I would start to get those. But I had to continue working, and I would get so discouraged. Even with doing I was doing Everything is Debatable, this same show on Facebook, right? I was doing the same thing, and I would get discouraged doing it because it was like, I wasn't getting a lot of views, and people look at views and say, "Oh, you only had 10 people look." Yeah, but I kept doing it, right? And I just stayed at it. And at the moment that I was going to be like, forget this, is nothing happened. I wasn't getting paid anything from it, maybe like 50 cents or something. People were sending like stars, nothing else. And at the end of the year, I think last year, and keep in mind this is from 2002. right? 2002, 2000, right? 2004. So 2 years, 2 years. And at the end of last year, they sent me a thing saying they wanted me out. They were going to pretty much they were going to monetize everything that I did on Facebook. Everything I was doing was monetized. Photos, reels, text, whatever, stories, everything was monetized. And so started to earn money there. And then you had I transitioned. I went over to like TikTok and I went to YouTube. Now TikTok, right? TikTok here that I'm on here. I saw the metrics of where I had to be at, the requirements for where I had to be at to open up other avenues of monetization. And so I pushed for that. Now I'm able to have a showcase the products or whatever on YouTube. I mean on TikTok, gaming monetization, so I can play the games, whatever, get paid on TikTok, and uh, there's something else. Anyway, in the process of me doing this, um, I got on. I'm going to tell you, so so because you watch it, I want to give you the secrets. If people go back and they watch this, I started to get into this AI music thing, right? Music creation thing, and I was making songs, and so the idea, when you make these songs, was to move them over to DistroKid, so that they can be distributed to different platforms. So you make this music, have the AI make the music. You may put in prompts to say what kind of song you want or whatever. And then I would move it over to DistroKid, and what they would distribute it, like I said, among these different platforms. And I had the idea because I was like, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, where you're trying to make a video or a reel or something, and they're telling you that's happened to me on Facebook. I would have like these copyright infringements. They would say, and I'm like, what? You just told me I can use a song or whatever, but then they say you have a copyright infringement, right? So anyway, I said, well, I'm going to start making my own song. So I use my own song, so I don't have any copyright infringement. So I move my songs over there, and they distribute it to the different platforms. Like I said, I get to rambling sometimes, so just bear with me here. So anyway, what has happened is that because I've done that and it's distributed across these platforms, I am now being paid for the music, right? So you can actually set it up where you're monetized for your videos, your reels, shorts, whatever. Put your music that you create on the distro, and then it goes to those platforms. So when you use your music for your video, or someone else uses your music in their video, you're getting paid for that. That's free game that I just gave you. I'm not going to give out much. I got a lot more, but I'm not. That's what I'm going to give you. Like I said, if you want to learn more, I'm going to start doing it like I guess on Facebook or maybe on TikTok. But I'm going to have people subscribe for it because it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of ways that I have figured out how to create multiple streams of passive income. And that's what you want, because keep in mind, as you can tell, I am a little bit older. I am 32 now, right? And I want to retire early. So because I want to retire early, I want to create these streams of passive income. And like I said again, it's about building. You have to have that mindset where some people have this thing, and they measure success, I guess, by like people want immediate success, you know, uh instant gratification. So people have it in their mind, but and I guess you have to almost think the way that I do too, because I never think of one. I'm always thinking of two birds, one stone, three, four, if possible. I want so I have different objectives, and I will have one thing that I'm doing, right? There's one thing that I'm doing, and people will see the one thing that I'm doing, But they don't know that at the time that I'm doing that one thing, I have 4 other objectives that I'm trying to meet at the same time. So you would measure the success based on the outcome that only you see. And so if I have an event and you see a lot of people didn't show up in your mind, you're thinking it was a failure. In my mind, I was thinking I'm trying to get my family together. So as long as my family comes, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? But because people don't see that and people don't understand that, they never uh they just don't understand me. They don't get me. And I get it. You know, because I am very closed off. I'm an introvert. It's very weird that I'm on camera. You know what I mean? I would never have been on camera ever. I don't think that I would have ever done this if I didn't have a vision in mind. Because I'm so closed off and I don't really like people to know me. I like to stay in the shadows kind of. But here I am. Here I am. And I'm gonna be here every week at 7. Oh, thanks for the heart. Appreciate the heart. I'm gonna be here every week, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now that I got everything set up, I'll be on TikTok. I can give you some simple advice. Our channel has many subscribers. I can't say the number. Okay, turn up then. Let me get in. Put me in the game, coach. This is my TikTok right here. Did somebody want to come on? Go live with guests. Oh, Frunklogy. Come on, Frunklogy. Frunklogy is on. What's going on? How you doing? Oh, okay. I wasn't. I apologize. I was not paying attention. I apologize.
I sort of got that. And we don't do anything on TikTok.
You don't.
But you're doing YouTube, right?
I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Okay. Can you let me know what that is? If you don't want to, that's fine too.
No, that's fine. It's up the Skull Media Group. That's UPDA SCO. Yeah, SCO.
SEO.
No, SCO.
SCO.
Media Group.
And what is it about exactly?
Well, the channel, the Up the Scope Media Group is a media group. So I have different shows there. I have like an animated show called The Comment Section. I have my shorts and reels that I do, like Stop the Shenanigans. I have my show here that I'm doing now called Everything's Debatable. Everything's Debatable is pretty much a talk show where I debate different topics, political stuff, culture, taboo, all of that good stuff. And yeah, then I got my. You're not finding Up the Scope?
Is there a way that you would be able to DM me the link or something like that?
Sure. I can do that.
Yeah, okay.
You can't find Up the Scope, UP.
Where it's difficult to be able to, start, a YouTube channel, TikTok, anything like that. You need to have other things that are going for you. Almost everybody tries to, start TikTok or a YouTube channel, and it almost always fails.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it does. Yeah,
I didn't even see you on here, bro. Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm wondering so I can get the link to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do. Yeah, I'm new to this stuff, so I don't know. You can't find Up the Scope Media Group, huh? UP.
I looked it up, but I didn't see you in there.
Yeah, you.
Read it again, I guess.
Yeah, Up. Up. UP.
Yeah, UP.
DA. No, D as in David.
Yeah.
D
as okay. U as in underclass. P as in popular.
Yeah.
D as in
D as in dog. D as in dog.
Oh, D as in dog.
Yes. A as in apple.
Got it.
S as in Sam. C.
Got it.
C as in Charlie.
C as in Charlie.
O as in Oscar.
Okay.
Media Group. M as in Mary. E as in Echo. D as in Diego.
And then Media Group.
Yes. Up_Media Group. Boom. There it is. I know you got it.
UP.
DA.
Do you have a website or is it only YouTube?
It's only YouTube. I can't believe you're not finding this. How do you say this? You can tell I'm older. That's how you know when people are old when they do like this.
Yeah, I'm not finding it.
No?
Put it in there. I'm not finding it.
That is weird. Up_Media Group. I'm kind of upset by that now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, well, YouTube is not. If you have, how many subscribers do you have?
Right now on YouTube, I have 600, a little over 600.
Okay. Yeah, it's not very much, but it's more than should be necessary. Yeah, I'm not seeing it here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check to see what.
And it's public, right?
Yeah, it's public. Yeah, and let me see if I can. How can I do this?
Can you share a screen or something like that?
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can share my screen. Mirror your video. Pause live.
I have a good way to maybe if you can do this this way. So at the bottom, where you can type and send a message. So I'm gonna just say hello.
Okay.
Can you do that the same way?
Okay, I see. I see the hello.
Can you do that the same way, but with your link?
I'm trying now. Let me see. Oh, okay. Wait, I think I see something. It says reply. Okay.
Yeah, and then reply with the link. You may be able to do it that way.
I don't know if I can get the link right. I can't go. Well, you know what I have to do? I would have to back out of.
Yeah, definitely don't do that. But I'm not finding it.
Okay, I sent it there as the one word that I use. So I don't know if that would help or.
I'll type it in again, but yeah, I didn't see it.
I'm going.
That's what I typed in and said. Well,
You did it all as one word, right?
No, I had it space.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
that was the problem.
Well, that's definitely not you. It's definitely a different person.
Well, yeah, it's still me. That's me. You talking about the cowboy hat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Is that you?
That's me.
Okay, you're live. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm live right now. Yep.
Got it. 223 videos.
Yep, that's me.
Okay, cool. All right. Sounds good. Okay. So I would say, and 4 days ago. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm kind of. Yeah, the way I post is the same way I think. It's very sporadic and kind of all over the place.
What I would say though is not to post, repost videos that are very old. If you make a video of that I think a better way to do that would be if you're doing one of these live streams, copy and paste and make that your video that you do. That is maybe 25 minutes long or something like that.
Right.
But your lives, I think that's your best way to do that. Because you're currently doing that right now, and I can see that.
Yeah. Well, what I'm doing with the lives is I'm going to be going back. Like I don't know at what point in time, like if it'll be 90 days out. What I'll do is I'll go back and I'll actually edit the video, the live that I did. I'll edit it, And then that way I could put in like my ad breaks, as other stuff that I want to include. And then the new.
Well, actually, no, I disagree with that. I don't think you should do that. I think your lives, anything that you do with lives, I think you should keep them as they were.
Yeah.
Like we're talking right now. I think you should keep it that way.
Why is that?
So, because then people see that as you being authentic. I think that's what you want. And so anybody that sees your authentic live stream, like we're talking right now,
right,
versus if you post a video that might not be authentic, but it's something completely different.
Okay. That makes sense. So just, keep.
It's like, it's your own thing. It's like, you do whatever you want. I'm just offering, I'm criticizing, but then offering advice.
Right. Well, no, well, let me ask you this. Should I continue to do my lives moving forward, but still do the edited version? Because not only I don't just want to have it there, what I want to do with the edited version is to actually move it over to a podcast. So that's why I want to add the music and the paralegal services that I can offer, or the credit repair help, stuff like that. So that's the reason I want to edit it, is because I want to move it over to an actual podcast where it's just audio.
Yeah, I wouldn't do just audio. I would say it's definitely better to have video, as part of it.
Yeah.
People aren't going to be as interested in the video if you just have audio,
right?
And you just have like some sort of screen or something like that. I don't think they're going to like that.
Okay.
But I really would say that I think you're hurting yourself if you're only doing this to try to get viewers or anything like that.
What do you mean by that?
So I would do what you normally like, what you think is beneficial for other people, and you keep doing it that way, but then come up with better ways to introduce it to other people.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Or
yeah, I do follow you, but I would like for you to explain it more if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, for example, okay, here. So you're offering legal advice.
Yeah, paralegal service. I'm a certified paralegal, so I can offer, but I want to do it as like a nonprofit where, like, if people, that's what I want to do. Go ahead.
Sure. But if I was going to be watching, someone offering paralegal advice, I wouldn't want to watch someone or trust them if they're doing a bunch of other things that are completely unrelated. I wouldn't trust them then.
Right.
I would only trust them if they're doing that and they're really, like top down.
Right.
And that's what their main focus is.
Right. Should I actually create like another page, like for TikTok?
I wouldn't say create another page.
You
could just make your the page that you're doing right now, and just go in on that hard hitting. Do that one.
Okay.
I know it's I've had this multiple times with our own YouTube channel where it's like you want to branch off and everything, and you have other ideas that you have, and it's like, oh well, I could do this, and it's like a cool idea and all this sort of stuff, but then it takes away from your original point,
Right. Okay, that makes.
It's like do whatever you want.
Well, what you're saying makes sense. So of course, I'll listen now, and then a week from now, I'll decide to do something different. So.
Sure, and you can. It's like I'm just giving recommendations, and I'm glad that I was here because there's only 2 viewers. Right?
Yeah. You're one of them, and I'm the other one, actually.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But We have a large YouTube channel. I'm not gonna, provide all the information and everything, but I've been doing this for since 2013.
Uh-huh.
So I've been dealing with this, and you're not rude or anything like that. There's been multiple people that I've dealt with that we have either arguments or anything like that, and they're super rude to us.
Oh, wow.
You haven't been. So that's what I was thinking. It's like, okay, you know what? Someone trying to start a YouTube channel and everything is like, why not help? So
Thank you.
that's what I was trying to do.
I appreciate it. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, no problem.
And what was your name again?
Let's say that again, sir.
What was your name?
Okay, yeah, I'll give it to you, Alex.
Alex. Nice to meet you, Alex. I'm Bosco. Go ahead.
Okay, great. And do you know how to, like, I assume since you're doing the live stuff and everything, you know how to use like OBS or any of the YouTube studio stuff, or
Yeah. Well, I'm not selling anything on YouTube yet. I was just I'm able to sell the stuff for TikTok, the TikTok shop. So
no, not selling, not selling. You know how to use OBS and like how you can do the live streams.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
How are you currently doing the live stream then?
Oh, right. I'm on StreamYard.
Straight. Okay.
Yeah.
I would. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can do that. But I would recommend, even though it's kind of moronic, but I would say use OBS. If you're
OBS.
going to be doing these live streams
Uh
in
huh.
the future, I would use OBS.
Okay. OBS. I'm gonna have to research that to find out what. Why do you
Yeah, you can look it up right now, and most YouTubes or TikTokers or Twitch streamers they use OBS.
why do you suggest to use OBS?
Uh, Basically, YouTube takes a large amount of the super chats that they give you. They take I think it's 30%. I think that's the amount.
Uh huh.
So that's the amount that they take from the comments slash donations.
Right.
So I would say to use OBS, but then also OBS makes it a lot easier for you to be able to um change the camera views or whatever you're doing.
Right.
I don't know your exact setup, so I can't tell you whether it would be better, but I think it's gonna be better.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out, Alex. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And if you don't think it's good, it's like do whatever you want. It's like I don't care. It's like, it doesn't hurt or benefit me.
Right.
Just
You're just being helpful. I get it.
yeah, and hopefully I am. But if I'm not, it's like you can always bitch about me.
Okay. I will do that. I will send my complaints to the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah.
I know. My jokes don't hit well with you, Alex.
Say that again.
I said my jokes don't hit well with you. Who is Willie Parker? Yeah. Willie Parker wants to join. I don't know who Willie Parker is. Yeah, but I'm definitely going to look up this OBS. I'm going to take heed to what you said about possibly because I don't necessarily want to move the focus to the paralegal services because it's more about being just a place for entertainment. So I'm trying to build that particular brand of entertainment. So that's why it's the Up to Scope Media Group because, like I said, I have the animated series, the this Everything's Debatable. We have our own show we do, Rolling with the Hoovers. And so what I want to happen is when you go to the YouTube channel, you have different playlists where you can go through and watch each show. Pretty much.
Okay.
That was the logic behind what I was doing.
No, I get that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But since I'm the only one here, I think it might be a better way to be able to, like, if you post things on your YouTube channel
Uh-huh.
to get them to then view your live stream. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
that makes sense. So, yeah, do you agree with that?
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying when I do like my reels or whatever,
Yeah.
try to send them back to catch my live streams. So what, like, mention the time that in whatever Sunday 7 p.m. to. So I'm trying to push them into my live show. Is what you're saying? Whatever videos, shorts, reels, whatever. Always point them back to my live show.
Yeah, you should. Yes, I would say that's probably the best way to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you,
I
Alex.
think so. Yeah, I may be wrong. And it's like, if I'm wrong, it's like you can blame me, but it's like I'm just just trying to give some advice that I could be doing wrong. Though, so
Right. Well, no, you're entitled to your opinion, and I'm a thinking person. I can, implement it or not as I see fit.
yeah,
So yeah, it's great. It's greatly appreciated. I'm glad that you came on and shared.
yeah, sure. Yeah. And I'm glad that you're trying to, like benefit people and create some, unique topics and everything else. I
Thank
think
you.
it's fun.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Did you want to stick around while I close? I was about to get on. I've been on for about an hour now. I usually try to keep. Yeah. So. uh,
Yeah, we've dealt with that many times. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. If you want to do a live stream, it's like you're gonna okay. Yeah, do whatever you want. It's like it's up to you. But yeah, it's kind of hellish. Certain things that like if you have a live stream that lasts for like 8 hours, you might want to unalive yourself
right.
when you do those things. It's like it's not worth it. I'd rather work at McDonald's.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, so I was going to end it. I was just going to say I want to commend some people. I'm from Illinois, and I know today in Illinois and Chicago and surrounding areas, there are a lot of brothers there that are doing things for the stop of violence, save the youth, and I just want to commend them for doing that, being active and pushing that narrative. Um, and also, and I'm from Rockford again, like I just said. I wanted to say, man, you send my condolences and prayers to the family of Mikey. That's how I remember him, Mikey. Mike D. I guess he recently passed. So rest in paradise to him. And a funny story before I go, how I met him. I met him in we actually got into a fight, and he punched me so hard that my face was sleep. The side of my face was sleep for like 4 days. So, but he was definitely a cool guy, player. So yeah, rest in paradise, Mikey, man. And that was it. That's my show. Everything is debatable. Tyree, my brother, was up here.
Before you leave, though, you were saying rest in peace and everything, and I agree with that. But where I was from was actually in the same area,
From Illinois.
in Lake Forest.
Yeah, really. You're right. You're right down the street from me, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, I'm not there
Oh, where are you at now?
now. I don't think I could tell you that, but yeah, I'm in New Hampshire now.
New Hampshire.
But, New
What?
Hampshire, yeah. But
Who lives in New Hampshire?
yeah, but Lake Forest is where I was originally from.
Okay.
Yeah, and you were bringing that up.
Yeah, I was. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying that, like, I appreciate what you were doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. I appreciate it. And you're welcome to come on next time. I come on every Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Central Standard Time is when I come on Sunday.
Saturdays?
Sunday.
What day?
Sunday. Today is Sunday, right? Or am I tripping?
It is Sunday.
Okay, yeah, Sunday. Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm here. You're always welcome to come on, Alex. And yeah, chop it up with me. I hope you all have a great night. God loves you, and I do too.
Yeah, yeah, and same thing.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
All right, Alex.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye.